I haven't been as conscientious as I should have been about posting updates for my project, so I'm making more of an effort to keep you informed with my progress on the Inglenook Sidings, even though I haven't reached an important milestone. Well, to catch you up, I'm in the finishing stages of completing the control panel. I've made a baseboard for realizing the puzzle in N-scale, and I found out that the Inglenook puzzle is the subject of legitimate scientific inquiry. First up, regarding the Inglenook Sidings control panel, I've changed the user interface for selecting play options. Now it uses a rotary encoder and an OLED display, which gives me a lot more flexibility to choose just how to play. It will be ready next time I talk to you. What to expect? Well, it still uses letters of the alphabet to identify railcars, and most of the puzzles have solutions that spell out words. However, now there are 3 levels of difficulty. There are 5, 8, and 10 car versions of the puzzle. I showed, some time ago, that the Inglenook puzzles can be solved by a few hundred random moves. Last time, I showed that the Nano could solve the puzzles deliberately in under 20 moves. But if the player wants to play, in the coming version of the project, the Nano can be like a coach, offering hints to the player by showing the next best move to make. Or the player can watch while the Arduino makes all the moves right through to the solution. Or the player can try solving the puzzle on his own with the Nano only acting as referee. Next, a bit of news. Get this, I'm not the only person interested in computer solutions to the Inglenook puzzle. Just around the time I posted my previous video, I was pleased to discover scientific interest in the Inglenook Sidings Puzzle. The big news is that there was a scholarly paper published resulting from research conducted with the support of the Science Foundation of Ireland. The paper was entitled Modeling the Inglenook Shunting Puzzle, and it was presented at the 31st International Conference on Principles and Practice of Constraint Programming. The conference was held in August of 2025 in Glasgow. In the paper, the authors, quote, present 3 types of models for this problem, in addition to solving instances where possible by creating a graph of all legal states and movements and finding solutions by a shortest path algorithm. End quote. The Nano, on the other hand, weighs all the possible states reachable within 5 moves. The search is restricted to a radius of 5 due to the Nano's memory size and speed, or lack thereof. The Nano chooses the first move on the path towards the weightiest state. Then, from this new state, it weighs all the possible states again, within a 5-move radius. The evaluations repeat until a state is reached where the solution lies. So how did the Nano compare to the heavy guns? The Nano took no more than 1 move longer than for the methods tested as reported for each instance of the puzzle presented in the paper. But I should point out that their solutions were arrived at more quickly, that is, against the clock, and they offered multiple solutions to each instance of the puzzle. With the Nano, it was one and done. I'll leave a link to their paper in the video description. It's worth a read. After all these years, Inglenook is still getting serious attention and has the respect of academic and professional institutions. Meanwhile, I've started on a 2 by 4 foot layout that you see here. The baseboard is portable and, as is, weighs 10.5 pounds. It can be stowed standing on end, or it can fit under a bed. Being portable, I need to check that it's level each time that I set it up. I'm disappointed with the bubble levels. They have a detent that traps the bubble and shows level when the surface is only approximately level. Marbles are much more revealing. There's a little distortion in the board, but not much, considering that it gets moved around a lot. The marbles will gather at low spots. There's a slight depression in the near half of the board. It's shallow, so I'll ignore it for the time being. If the trains are affected, I may have to insert some shims. For now, I'll leave it. Presently, it's just a barren baseboard, but I'll be securing track to it pretty soon. I haven't yet made up my mind just what to use. Expansion plans have me thinking about a time-saver layout. There's certainly room for both the Inglenook and the time-saver. Even so, N-scale is the only scale that'll comfortably fit. I may name the layout Cinderella Sidings. But regardless, it can't stay on the kitchen counter, and the dining table is out. This is not my first attempt to build a layout. Nope, it's my second. The first layout didn't go the way I had hoped. They say measure twice, cut once. Well, I measured twice, and I got two different measurements. I started building the baseboard to get a head start on the physical Inglenook sidings. As the man said, stop talking about building a layout and just build it. I have a feeling I may make the man sorry he said that. Anyway, I look at it this way. I built my first baseboard 3 months ago, and already I'm building my second. I'm running a load in the dishwasher. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to have to do some work on couplings. I do need to get back to the control panel to finish it up. It's easy to get distracted even with just a sketchy layout like this. I don't have any plans to incorporate the control panel into this layout, although the puzzle-solving part of that software will set up the Arduino nicely as the Yardmaster, setting switches, yard signals, and defining railcar movement. That's all for now. Just one more minute. Well, I guess that's it. I'll talk again when it's warmer. Thanks for watching.